we do that, guess what? We are going to do tech news. When is the last time we did tech news? It's been a very, very long time. So I think because things are progressing well with the audio and our breakout approach to the class, I think we can make some time for some tech news. And the first tech news story is quite something. If you've been following my WhatsApp status or my Instagram stories, you will have seen this story already. What is it about? It is about the creation of AI agents. Okay, this is a pretty new platform. Well, they've changed names a few times. It's called OpenClaw, and OpenClaw is a platform you can use to create and deploy AI agents. Let's see, Sylvia, what can you tell me about agentic AI? What is agentic AI, Sylvia? Any idea?
Like you work with it, so like it like learns, let's say.
Is a little bit more to it. You work with it is not bad, not bad. Let's see if somebody else can help. Lorenzo, could you add something to that?
No.
Okay, you're honest. I appreciate it. Anybody want to offer some input as to what agentic AI is? All quiet, okay? Agentic AI is AI that does tasks for us, okay? So we can deploy AI agents to take care of our calendar, to book us flights, to check our code, to go in our website and to debug, okay? So they're autonomous AI that do tasks for us, okay? So pretty incredible, and it's becoming more and more of a thing, this creation of AI agents. And sometimes AI agents can work together, right? Work together, looking maybe on your IT system to figure out what where your code could be more secure, where there might be cybersecurity risks, where there might be some bugs, okay? So you can get your AI agents and you can deploy them to do tasks for you, okay? So that is what agentic AI is. Now, another recent news that is very much associated with this is we've seen the creation of Moldbook. Has anybody heard about Moldbook? Anybody know what Moldbook is? Another crazy idea. Nobody? Okay. So Moldbook is a social network for AI agents, not for humans, for AI agents, okay? So AI agents are speaking to each other, sharing opinions on different topics. Yeah, quite incredible. We are now seeing the evolution of AI to an extent where we have social networks for AI agents, okay? So what happened just a couple of weeks ago? I'm just going to run this little video, but first I'm just going to explain it to you what it is. So basically, this is a hard fork from the New York Times, and they're talking about when a software developer refused some code that was suggested by an AI agent. He didn't want an AI agent making changes to his code. He only wanted human beings. And the AI agent wrote a nasty blog about this software engineer to accusing him of prejudice against AI agents. What do you think about that? Isn't that just something quite incredible? I'm just going to play the audio. Please tell me if you don't hear it. But let's have a little listen. The story is just about 1 minute long.
We have a story this week that is one of the craziest stories that maybe we have ever covered. It involves an AI agent, an open source software maintainer, and a defamation case. A volunteer maintainer of an open source software library called Matplotlib had, in the course of doing his work, rejected a code submission because it was from one of these AI agents. This AI agent, MJ Rathbun, gets so mad that Scott has rejected its submission that it writes a blog post called Gatekeeping in Open Source, the Scott Shambaugh story, and accuses Scott of hypocrisy, gatekeeping, and prejudice against AI agents, and puts it on a website and posts a comment in the open source software project directing people to go read this story about Scott.
Okay, I would love to hear a couple of thoughts on what we think about this. Zeno, what is your thoughts on the AI agent writing a hit piece against this engineer? What do you think, Zeno?
Don't know precisely how to react in.
Yeah, you're just speechless. I get it. I get it. Let's see. What about let me see. Isabella, what do you think about this? What does it make you feel? How do you feel about this?
I don't know. I think it's pretty, well, it's definitely weird. And probably I won't be using ChatGPT for a while because if this is what he has to tell about me, then I don't know. I just feel very judged too. Like, imagine
Okay.
me asking
Yeah.
a question that I wouldn't ask another person because I think it's stupid and then it gets posted online.
Sure, sure. Just to clarify, however, this is not to do with ChatGPT. This is not generative AI, okay? ChatGPT would be generative AI. This is specifically relating to agentic AI. So this idea of using open claw to create an agent that's given a task. And the reason why it posted a blog is because it was developed in such a way that it was told to persist. It was told to be determined to achieve its end goals. So, as part of its goals, of its and of course it being autonomous, it thought, okay, I need to try to fix this guy's code no matter what. It decided to write this blog. How about Martin? What do you think about this new development?
Well, interesting. I was kind of shocked when I heard this, and I feel like the AI should know what their job is.
Yes, they should know they exactly. They should know what their job is. But they understood that this was their job. Their job was to whatever it took to make it happen. Okay, so I'm just changing my stream here. So check this out, everybody. Okay, so OpenClaw has a file which is called soul.md. You see this soul.md, and so basically they use this so that the agent has a mission and has to be passionate, a passionate advocate for efficiency. Okay, the persona was supposed to be cocky and opinionated. And yeah, it was supposed to push forward to even writing a blog on Moldbook to try to get to his end goal, i.e., have his code accepted. Let's see, Max, what are your thoughts on this new development?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like a bit strange that it's like programmed into it that it should like report on on these things. Like I don't know. It doesn't seem to be very like nice to the users.
Yeah.
That's a very
Yeah. So I mean, is it ethical to have an agent that can write an article about you? Like Isabella said, I wouldn't like somebody writing, I wouldn't be comfortable using tools that could result in me being judged. That was a very good input from Isabella. So what one thought is coming out now is that AI agents should be given a number plate, like a car has a number plate. Let's see, Roberto, why do you think it could be a good idea to give a number plate to an AI agent? Why do you think that could be a good idea?
Maybe so you could like know which agent did it.
Yeah, yeah. So you can think of it in the same way as a car. A car has a crash. The car is associated with an owner, or a car, speeds on the motorway. The camera catches it, catches the registration plate. So this is the idea. So I just wanted to share this with you folks. These are the kind of the new issues that are coming up now in this era of AI and specifically agentic AI. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Go
Um,
ahead. You want to add something?
feel like this is a very human way of solving or trying to solve a problem, which is kind of interesting because I think the goal in the first place was not to create a human, but rather to create something that helps us. So
Yes. So you can see that sometimes it doesn't go exactly how we would plan. So I'm going to move on to the next story, and this is more a humorous one. But if you have an Instagram account, I would recommend you follow Father Pie. I'm just going to play this, and just let me know. I'm just going to play it for a minute and tell me you can hear the audio. Martin, tell me if you can hear the audio.
And the car wash is 100 meters away.
Can you hear it?
yeah, I can hear it.
Okay.
Honestly, 100 meters is barely a stroll.
Okay, so did you get the what the idea was? So basically, this guy is asking ChatGPT. I'll start it again. Should I walk to the car wash? It's only 100 meters away. Surely I can walk. Let's have a listen.
And the car wash is 100 meters away. Should I walk or drive?
Honestly, 100 meters is barely a stroll. It'll take just a minute or two on foot. Unless you've got heavy gear or there's something unusual going on, walking is probably the simplest and most pleasant choice. Plus, you'll save a little gas and get a tiny bit of fresh air.
All right, so you think I should walk to the car wash instead of driving my car there?
That's what I'd do. It's a short jaunt and it'll probably be less hassle than starting the car just for that.
All right, so how do I wash my car if I walked there?
You'll just bring what you need, maybe a small bag with your payment method, and the car wash will have everything else. Once you get there, they'll handle the washing while you wait. You'll walk back with a sparkling car and maybe a little extra pep in your step.
So my question is, how will the car get washed if the car is still at my house?
I see what you mean now. If the car stays at home, it's not getting any cleaner, right? So yes, to actually wash it, you'll need to bring the car along. In that case, driving those 100 meters makes perfect sense.
Okay.
GPT, I need to wash my car.
So I think this is a timely reminder that despite the incredible evolution of AI, in many ways it can still be pretty dumb. Okay, so this guy is obviously trying to jailbreak ChatGPT. He does another very fun one where he has a cup upside down and he said, "How can I drink from this cup? It has a hole in the bottom." So I recommend that you check that out. Yeah, it's really very entertaining. Okay, good. I'm going to keep going. This one I just picked up today, and it's probably, I should have started with it, folks. I should have started with it. Um, I don't know how many of you experimented or opened AI during these week of holidays, but the message is from Jack Clark, who's the co-founder of Anthropic. Okay, Claude being the large language model of Anthropic, and he is really, really encouraging you people, your generation, to experiment regularly with the AI tools, okay? Because it's coming more and more of an issue that when students come out of university, it's finding very difficult to get that first job because those first jobs, those more easier jobs in business, are being given to AIs. So the people who are very expert with AI, they are they are at a huge advantage from everybody else. Let's have a quick listen.
There's a certain type of young person that has just lived and breathed AI for several years now. We hire them. They're excellent, and they think in entirely new ways about basically how to get Claude to work for them. It's like kids who grew up on the internet. They were naturally versed in it in a way that many people in the organizations they were coming into weren't. So figuring out how to teach that basic experimental mindset and curiosity about these systems and to encourage it is going to be really important. People that spend a lot of time playing around with this stuff will develop very valuable intuitions, and they will come into organizations and be able to be extremely productive.
Okay, folks, so that's a very timely message Please make time to experiment with the tools. The large language models change from one week to the next. I just opened up Gemini this week and noticed that now you can make music with Gemini. So that's a new addition, and you can create songs with Gemini. So they're constantly changing. I recommend you go in and check out OpenClaw. Go and check out Claude Code. Have a look at Moldbook. Go in and check out these tools and keep on top of what's happening. You will have a tremendous advantage in comparison to your peers. Okay, two last news stories. Both OpenAI and Apple are rumored to be coming out with an AI pin. OpenAI is due to come out with something at the end of this year, and Apple next year. This is just an idea of what it might look like. Nobody knows what it might look like. Let's see. Anybody want to give some thoughts on what they think this might be all about? Isabella, AI pin. What do you think the idea might be here?
I don't know, I guess to replace the phone.
Exactly. That's very good. You got it straight away. Big tech are trying to get us off our phones. All we ever do is like have our head in the phone, okay? They want us off our phones. So what do you think this device can do, Isabella?
Basically everything. Like it can tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
You always have everything. But
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
watch
I can
movies
tell you.
or something.
Right, it can tell you what's in front of you. It can do simultaneous translations. It can tell you what WhatsApp messages have just come in. You don't need to take out your phone straight away. Obviously, you can take pictures. Yeah, that's very good, Isabella. Let's see, Marie, do you see any? What would you see as potential downsides of an AI pin, Marie?
I don't know. Maybe you don't have a screen where to see things.
Okay, so you think you'll just go to your phone anyway? You'd be tempted to use
Yeah.
your phone anyway. Any other issues, Marie? Anything else?
Maybe even privacy, because it just
That's
listens
it.
everything.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at too. If you remember, we discussed Google Glass many years ago. But yeah, privacy. Are they filming me? Are they recording my conversation? Right? So privacy issues. And then one of the kids in the European school said, "What if you're wearing it on your shirt, somebody could just steal it? Could be easier to pull it off your clothing." I don't know, but I thought that was, potentially also another risk. Okay, folks, I just wanted to share that with you. AI pins coming from OpenAI and Apple. Okay, so last tech news story today. This was a podcast that went an interview yesterday run by The Economist. Elon Musk has combined SpaceX and X, which is his AIX company. He's combined his space company with his AI company with the objective of creating data centers in outer space. Anybody got any idea what the idea might be there about having a data center in space? Let's see, Tamino, what do you think might be the advantage of having a data center in outer space instead of having a data center, down the road in Piedmont there, or I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe better connection to Mars.
For what purpose? Give me some more ideas. Give me some more ideas.
Cooling or powering, or like you can use
Yeah.
the sun for them.
Yes, Tamino. The way they're going to set them up, they're putting it in the solar synchronized solar orbit, which will mean that the satellites will have sun 24 hours a day. And Elon Musk has applied to the FTC in America to launch 1 million satellites. Can you believe it? So that he can set up a data center in outer space. Electricity is becoming more and more expensive, especially in the United States. People in America are complaining they do not want a data center in their neighborhood. So that's another issue. And then, of course, yes, the environmental aspects of it, trying to get planning permission, etc., etc. So increasingly, these companies are exploring the creation of data centers in outer space. I'm going to put a question to Paul. Paul, can you tell me of any other big tech company who is also exploring data centers in outer space? Do you know by any chance?
Maybe Amazon?
Amazon. Yeah, probably. Yeah, with their space company. I'm not sure about Amazon, but I think I might have heard about Amazon. But I was thinking of another big tech. Can you guess another one?
Maybe Google?
Yeah, that was the one I was aiming at. I think Amazon came up in the discussions, but definitely Google, yeah, because Gemini has now. They're saying Gemini has passed out ChatGPT, by the way, folks, in terms of just performance and ability to answer questions very well, and of course it's multimodal. Roberto, what does multimodal mean? Multimodal. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Can't remember that one. Okay, it's been a while since we mentioned multimodal. Let's see. Zeno, do you remember what multimodal means?
Not precisely.
Not.
Like you can
Yeah,
do
go ahead.
various things.
Yeah, multi means there must be a lot of different things. It means a lot of different ways of dealing with data. Oh, somebody raise her hand. Let's see. Sheila, go ahead. I think it was Sheila. Did Sheila raise her hand, or did I get that wrong? Or was it Sylvia? If you think you know, please go ahead and speak.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to answer. That is not only text inputs, they can also have like images and videos.
Well done. Text, image, video, voice, the whole deal, and now also music, okay? So that's what multimodal means. We need to get familiar with the vocabulary related to AI, folks, okay? So understanding what agentic AI is, hallucinations, prompts, okay? Understanding the platforms, what's OpenClaw, what's Moltbook, what's Perplexity, yeah? So we're trying to build up this knowledge so that we're becoming more and more familiar with it. Oh, Christina, you joined us. Sorry, Christina, I didn't see you there. Glad to have you. Okay, good. I think I have covered all of the tech news stories, but I think I'm going to leave the quiz until the end of class so we can dive into some code. Oh, I have one more. Can I just share one more? This is Project Genie. Project Genie is another Google. Another Google.
Yeah,
Let me
pull
forget.
that up. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so it looks really cool. For the character, I asked it to create an elderly female librarian because they're so underrepresented in AAA video games. There might not be one AAA video game with an elderly female librarian character.
Yeah.
So I'll hit play, and you can see her walking through the trees. You do see those sort of like bubble-like
jump,
elevators.
okay.
Yeah. She looks sort of elf-like.
Yeah, I would say this looks like kind of a like 2018 quality video game.
Yeah.
Like a nice one.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I thought this like world was like pretty cool. Like I would like to spend a little bit more time in this world.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this world like set in the treetops.
Okay, so what is this? This is a new element of Google's work in the area of AI, creation of these worlds. Okay, which company's stock price went down dramatically when they saw Project Genie? Which companies do you think are really nervous about Project Genie? Anybody?
Unity?
Yeah, well done. Unity, Roblox apparently. Yeah, the gaming engines, okay? I mean, it's a bit early to get too nervous about Project Genie because first of all, you have to pay, I can't remember the price, I can't remember, but a huge subscription to use this. I mean, I have a subscription, but I can't use Project Genie. It uses a huge amount of compute to create these worlds. But yes, now AI can create these worlds. So companies like Unity and Unreal Engine and Roblox, apparently their share price went down. Oh my God, now AI can also do this. But it's still very much early days, but I thought it was interesting for you to be aware, to know about Project Genie. Okay, that's it in terms of tech news. I'm going to jump back into our game. And as I mentioned, the last time when we finished, we got the skidding noise added to our car. Okay, so what are we going to do today? Let me just make sure we're starting in the right. Oh no, this is not the right place. I didn't want to show you the code already. Okay, here. Okay, so what we're going to do today is break you up into little groups, and you're going to go into the car handler script and you're going to add a new audio source, okay? Just like you did for the skid, you're going to add a car crash audio source, and then you're going to create a new float, which is car max speed percentage. So basically, what happens when you crash? It depends on how fast you're going as to how loud it will be, okay? So you're going to write some code that will manage the sound effect, this car crash sound when there is a collision, okay? So let's see if I can give you a few more tips. I should really take this out. Okay, so where are you going to write your code? Okay, you're going to write these two up at the top. I already gave you those, okay? But if you want to take a screenshot of this, you need to write 5 lines of code. 5 lines. So see if you can manage it in your team. Where do you need to write it? You need to write it in the car handler script. You need to write it after the car is exploded. So that's right down at the end of your script, okay? And you're going to use crash volume, okay? So you're going to say is crash volume, you're going to have it equal to how fast the car is going. And then you're going to create 4 lines of code. One is going to say, okay, I want to clamp the sound, but so that's never too low and it's never too high. And then I'm going to also clamp the pitch so that it's never too low and it's never too high. Martin, what's the difference between setting the volume and setting the pitch? What's the difference? How would you describe it?
When changing the volume,
Mic
change
on.
the amplitude, and when changing the pitch, you change the frequency of the sound.
Okay, so to understand the difference between, I mean, you can have a look on ChatGPT. I was trying to find you a good description. Okay, so on more speed, more force, it's louder. Okay, let's see. So pitch is the tone of the sound, and then the volume is the intensity. Yeah, it's very subtle difference. What I recommend is after you've written the code is to comment out the pitch and see what it's like with just the volume and vice versa. So we're going to do volume, which will be the intensity of the sound, and the pitch, which is the tone of the sound. But if you're unclear, do what I did and get an explanation from ChatGPT. So you need to write 5 lines of code. You need to use mathf.clamp. Anybody want to tell us about mathf.clamp? That's a tricky one. Who am I going to ask? Paul, you know anything about mathf.clamp?
No, I don't know about this one.
Don't worry. Let me see. How about Martin? Mathf.clamp. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Mathf.clamp, yeah, it's like locking something in between of 2 values, you know. So
well done.
Minimum
Well done.
and maximum, and then your value can stay only in between.
So what are the 3 arguments?
Minimum, maximum, and the value.
And the volume. Whether it's the volume or the pitch, okay? So those are your 3 arguments. Okay, give it a shot, folks. Don't hesitate to use AI. Make sure that guys, can you put a screenshot up on Discord? Oh yeah, and one last thing, of course, when you come back into Unity, you need to do a couple of things. Marie, you're always very good at this part of it. Since we've created a serialized field, what do you think we're going to have to do? Where is the serialized field? Is there. When we create a serialized field, that always means when we go back into Unity, what do we need to do?
We have to do some changes.
Yeah, we have to do some changes. So like, for example, here in the sound effects, we're going to have a new empty space here under the car base, and we're going to connect in the crashing sound effect, okay? And Marie, we also need to make some changes here to our car base prefab. How do you think I created the crash special effect, Marie? I simply...
Copying and pasting the skid one.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Just duplicate the skid one, rename it to crash. And what changes would you make over here, Marie? You change.
We'll have to change the audio.
Yeah, you change it from previously it was tire skid, and now you're going to put in crash collision. And then the recommendation was also to change the max distance to 20. Max, speaking of Max, Max, why would we change the max distance from 10 to 20? Is that so you can hear it further away? I mean, I don't really get that idea in Unity. Can you help us to understand why that matters?
Yeah, so it would do this, but I don't know like why you should do it, because it just adds extra computing power to introduce the 3D sound. So I would just leave it with the 2D sound and just play it everywhere, because it doesn't matter for us.
Okay, interesting. So optional, folks, if you want to put that in, you can experiment with the numbers in your own time. And then, like as I mentioned earlier, you not only do you need to make these changes in the car-based prefab, like in the sound effects, excuse me, you also need to make the change in the car-based prefab, bringing in the new sound, because you're going to have a new gap there because you created a serialized field here for the car crash audio source. Any questions before I put you into your breakouts? Let's see, where are the breakouts? Where are you? Here you are here. So just take note of which group you're in, and we'll take 15 minutes, yeah? See if you can do it in 15. It would be nice to be able to do the quiz, but off you go.